To Joel Myers and Stu Lance. Enjoy
We're
the
able
second
to bring
half.
coming in that first quarter, and I expect this second half to be a lot better than we saw in the first.
Okay, let's see if that continuity that they have had before the break, winning 11 of 13, just having their 7-game streak snap. Lamar Odom. Boy, that was a tough, acute angle.
He did
47-36.
Very good job of knowing that he had to throw it high off the glass because of the shot blocking ability of the Hawks. Made it look rather easy.
He's a couple of points away from an early double-double tonight. Lamar has been a phenomenal story for the Lakers. Good challenge, even on the pass, on the switch. Lamar staying with Marvin Williams. Follow away and a cross-pound to Saul. So the Lakers,
I like the most defensive
I was
possession.
going to say feeding off what they did in the last 15 minutes defensively. Fish right out of the box. So Derek hit a big one late in the shot clock for the Lakers. 49-36 as they continue to pound Atlanta.
And both teams talking about getting their all-stars started here. Well, Powell obviously already started, but Kobe only 2 out of 6, and Joe Johnson 2 out of 9. So those two guys are due to get on track.
Joe Johnson in a mismatch on the run. Good challenge. Once he got inside the paint, as Lamar Odom corrals another one. That's a dozen. Luke Walton setting up pound to Saul. It's deflected and taken away. Right idea, lack of execution. Al Horford on the steal. And Lamar Odom with the block.
You know how hard that is to do without committing a foul?
Stop and go. Luke Walton. He's going to stay there, finally. It's his first. Fish on the assist. Caught him on the run. 51-36 Lakers. Timeout, Atlanta.
That's a good timeout, I believe, by Mike Woodson. I mean, sure, it's the half is only 1:47-48 seconds old, but he doesn't like a trend that he's seeing right now, especially on the offensive end, and that's leading the Lakers down on their offensive end. Good defense by Lamar. You play good defense, how many times do you get an easy hoop?
With a 6-0 run to start the second half. 51-36.
And coming out of a timeout here, this is really when you want to disrupt their offense, really give them something to think about.
Horford tried to apply. Quick pick. Bibby was doubled down on the baseline. Josh Smith, you talked about it earlier, make him a perimeter player.
Absolutely. You want him out there.
Just 2 for 6 after the miss. A long one. Kobe with the triple. And the Lakers increase their advantage to 18. So from bad to worse, 9-0 to begin the second half for the Lakers as we saw Mike Woodson. Weaving against Joe Johnson.
That's the easiest 2 points the Hawks have had in quite some time. The Laker defense that time not responding to the good penetration.
But their all-star is just 3 for 11. Kobe thought there was a reach. It's off his shin. There's no question about that. And it goes the other way on the turnover.
And Kobe made his third basket in 7 attempts. And a minute ago when he came down and used Powell's little bit of a screen over Mike Bibby.
Important stretch coming up for the Lakers. And I bring that up, Stu, because they have had too many leads get away just like this. We'll see if they can expand it. Lamar with a good box out by Luke Walton, preventing Marvin Williams to impact the rebound. Fish trying to add to it. Derek, same spot as Kobe. 57-38. And it's so important because, as we all know, it's going to be a back-to-back. Tomorrow night, it's Oakland, Golden State.
Well, that's why it's important for the bench to do their job as well, because you just don't want to give up this lead and then have to bring your starters back for extended minutes in the fourth quarter.
Let's see if they can add to it. And that's a block. An easy call. Josh Smith took the legs out. He never had the position and flopped. So foul on Smith is his third.
Just hasn't been Josh Smith tonight. From the very outset, he reached and picked up a foul, and since that time, he hasn't been able to get on track as he pleads his case to the official. Could have, Josh said that could have gone either way. Hardest call. Charger block. They ruled that one a block.
How about Lamar Odom? 15 rebounds in 20 minutes tonight.
He hasn't done anything yet. He said he's going to get 20.
Kobe, a little bit long. Pau Gasol. Another board for the Lakers. They have certainly dominated the glass. Plus 16. Luke Walton. And on the fall away. You can't think about it too much when you do it that quickly, and it paid off. 59-38, Lakers by 21.
Got to get greedy, though. 21 is not enough.
Pick out top. So there's a switch with Bibby. Marvin Williams. And now, most of their guys that like to go inside like Williams and Josh Smith, they're settling for outside shots.
Because the defense is packed in.
Fish wanted to get Powell. An afterthought, I guess. Powell thought so, too.
Powell was up there for the lob, and all of a sudden he had to pull his hands away. He says, hey, that's a shot that's going in.
23 is the lead. And the Lakers just a so-so start to the third. 7 of 8 in the quarter. 34%. That's the number next to the Atlanta Hawks offensively. 7 of the shot. Going to the line, looking for the three-point play. Foul is called on Fish.
Joe says my perimeter game isn't on, so I better go to the post. Does a good spin move. They call the foul on Derek Fisher. 3-point opportunity coming to Joe Johnson as he runs his point total to 8. Looking for number 9 right here. He's 4 out of 13 from the field.
It's down to 20. The Laker lead at 61-41. But back to what you just mentioned. Joe Johnston is kind of the guy that sets it all. The tempo, everything else for this team. The way they feel, their body language. When you're 4 for 13, your leader is Kobe's free. Josh Smith got there late. Luke Walton, he kept it alive, and Lamar gets the bucket.
All you have to do is keep it alive for Lamar because he's gobbling everything else up.
10 and 16. Perello with the double-double now with the bucket. Boy, the energy and activity. Joe Johnson had Luke on the run. Gets a couple of free throws out of it.
Yeah, we got Luke out of position, but Luke made sure he didn't get a three-point play. He paid dearly for that foul. Joe said, left side of my body. Good thing I'm right-handed because I don't know if I can raise my left arm.
That's the second on Luke, second team foul on the Lakers. Inside of 7 left in the third. That kind of night for Joe Johnson. He's in his 8th year of Arkansas, and recently the owner of the Phoenix Suns talking about early mistakes. I think it's been documented, some of the mistakes they've made recently. But the earliest, he said, was letting Joe Johnson go. That's the one guy they should have kept. He went to Atlanta in a sign and trade after they wouldn't give him a deal.
Still almost 7 minutes to go in this third quarter, so the Lakers have a lot of work left ahead of them.
The dive, and Josh Smith, it was already on the glass. So counting for Luke Walton, that sequence, a pretty one for the Lakers all the way around.
Boy, but again, there's an example of the explosiveness off the floor of Josh Smith. I mean, what a quick jump to get that block that they ruled goaltending because Luke's shot touched the glass, and then there's Josh to touch the ball.
Well, anytime you face this team, Stu, you worry because they are that athletic. Joe Johnson, Josh Smith, and now they've got a table setter in Bibby. Not that he's a great assist artist, but he's an instant guy who can play the lead and has been there at a high level. Horford had the easy one. There'll be a couple of free throws coming in from Marvin Williams, and Horford deferred that time, didn't he? Man, it looked like he had a clear path to the rim.
Well, I think it was a good decision because he had an open teammate. They had initially were there for Horford, but he decided to make the extra pass. You'll never make a coach unhappy when you're willing to sacrifice for a teammate like that. So Marvin Williams gets the benefit of the foul and 2 free throws.
Third in the Hawks last year in scoring and rebounding. His numbers have increased in each of his first 3 seasons. But when you look at Marvin Williams, he's always going to be compared to what if it's Chris Paul in a Hawks uniform, Darren Williams in a Hawks uniform, because he was taken number 2 overall in that draft. And Chris Paul, I don't know if anybody's as good as Chris Paul now at the lead guard position. 65-44. Lakers by 21. And we welcome our friends once again on NBA TV tonight. They've been with us a lot this year, and with good reason. Entertaining brand of basketball at a high level is Kobe. Too strong, but Lamar is there, and it's going to be
a little bit of push.
Loose ball foul. An easy one to call.
Lamar says, you caught me.
He's got his second, and the Lakers out of fouls for the rest of the third.
That's why you can't get too upset when they catch you, because there are times when you get away with things. So, the officials have a job to do. They're going to make mistakes just like players make mistakes. Announcers don't make mistakes.
Never.
Just the play.
Ever. Never go to the video. Marvin Williams, and that's where he really increased his scoring last year. He increased his range. And he became a much better player when they left him open out of the arc. Lead for Gasol and foul. But I was fouled by Joe Johnson.
He was, and the official just shook his head and told Powell, my bad, I missed it. And once an official says that, you can just go down the floor and play ball.
Both Cleveland and Boston with the night off. It'll be a foul. Lamar picking him up in bunches now. That's his third. And free throws coming up for Josh Smith. Way too much time in this game for the Lakers to relax. Up by 20. And Phil Jackson knows that better than anybody else, the leads they've given up this year. It'll be a couple of free throws. And there have not been many tonight for either side. It'll be 9 and 10 for the Hawks. 2 of 4 for the Lakers, and all 4 taken by Lamar Odom. So Kobe has not been to the stripe at all.
Josh Smith going to the line. Shoot his 2 here.
What an athlete. What an amazing athlete. Swing guy personified at about 6'9".
With about 30 seconds to go in the ball game and the Hawks down by about 20, I'd like to see him get one of his famous dunks.
Yep. Very,
because if he gets it too soon, that injects so much life into him, not only him, but his teammates. Well, they feed off of plays just like that.
And he had a few of those against the Lakers last year when the Hawks won. 98-95. Lakers blew them out. Almost a 30-point win here at Staples Center. And the games were only a couple of weeks apart in February. And this is the first meeting once again between the two teams. As the Lakers head to Atlanta, Lamar Odom beyond the arc. Your night, LO. 13 and 16 for Lamar. He may not have enough minutes on the floor to get 20-20.
I think he will. You know how this team relaxes.
I wish he would be that negative.
No, I'm
Josh Smith.
I'm a realist.
I know. We both are. 70-50. Lakers by 20. And on the dive, Luke Walton.
What a pass.
Yeah, how about Gasol?
What a pass
by the big man. So the Lakers with 23 assists already on 32 makes. Not too shabby. Horford. They call the foul on Luke Walton. He looks around like, couldn't be on me.
I'm still marveling over the pass that Powell gave. Oh, I get a chance to see it again. Look at that. Just beautiful. Bounce pass. Josh Smith had his sights on the ball, but the bounce pass is so dangerous because all players can reach out and touch a straight pass, but it's difficult for players to bend down to try to get to that bounce pass defensively. Very nice play.
There aren't that many that good anymore at his position, and I'm talking about post players, whether it's a high post or a low post pass, and that was almost like the pinch post for Pau Gasol. We talk about Brad Miller. There are maybe 4 or 5 guys in that league, Stu, that can pass like that.
Yeah, it's become, again, a lost art because players are so in tune to being offensive minded for themselves, and then fundamentally they don't get taught the proper way to bend your knees to make the bounce pass. Those that try sometimes are standing so erect, the bounce pass almost ends up being like a chest pass.
Lakers by 20, 72-52. Kobe trying to come out. And he will go for the 3. He'll get the 3. Well, he didn't look for his offense at all in the first half. Took only 6 shots. Still just 11 for the game. He's got 10 points. To go along with 4 boards. Josh Smith on the run on the baseline.
You can just tell by the way Josh Smith runs. He's like one of those Arabian horses. They prance. They get that great gait. I just love to watch Josh Smith go up and down the floor. I know the opposition doesn't like to see it too much, but he is fun to watch when he's on his game. 4:01 left in the third. The Lakers up by 21. When we return, we'll look at the Lakers' hot topics for the second half of the
stay out there with Pau Gasol. And Pau Gasol, besides Lamar Odom, the big story for the Lakers tonight. That last pass that you marveled at, Stu, that was his 10th. He's got his 3rd career triple-double. His first as a Laker.
What a quiet triple-double. I don't know if I've ever seen one that quiet.
Now he's got 10 points, 12 boards, 10 assists. Clock coming down. Kobe sees it. He's going up. Deep over Josh Smith. Rainbow almost answered. And a second chance. As it comes out and ricochets to Luke Walton. Backdoor lob for Lamar Odom, but that's tough. over a leaper like Smith.
Yeah, if you don't get the back screen on Josh Smith, you're not going to complete that play.
Joe Johnson not close, but he'll track it down.
I bet he makes this one.
Bet he doesn't.
Oh,
Just
wait
saw
till
with
after the
rebound.
fact. At least I went out on the limb early.
I told you we're never wrong, always right.
You waited till after he
21-point
missed.
lead for the Lakers and a reach from behind. Frustration for Joe Johnson, and you can understand it. Joe's 2-10 after the All-Star break for him.
But I think Joe's still suffering from that horse competition at the All-Star break. He's still mad that he didn't win that one.
Durant won everything. he was amazing in that rookie soft game. That was fun to watch him. He took it as a personal challenge. Trevor Ariza back into the game for the Lakers. A little step through. Everything going the Lakers' way at 77-54 with 3:05 remaining in the third.
Talk about footwork. Trevor just showed some there. Anchored that pivot foot. Do your right things with the ball and get an easy one.
Joe Johnson up against Ariza. Reversed it. And a little delay of game out of frustration. Don't blame you. 2:49 to play. Let's see how the Lakers close the third, though. Lamar Odom, 16 boards, 13 points. So 4 to 5 starters into double figures. And Luke Walton, he's got 8 as he's headed over the bench. Kobe trying to find a reason. Lamar Odom. His night. I told you. It's just his night. 15 and 16.
Lamar put a little bit of body English on that one. It was bouncing around up there. Lamar said, you better go in.
Joe Johnson looking sharp with that. Joe Johnson looking sharp. 79-58, 21-point Laker lead. And it'll be a timeout? No. 2:05 to play in the third. Through the 5-hole. That would have been a wild one, wouldn't it? Right through Kobe's legs.
That's just the way Phil Jackson drew the play up. Now, when you get, I want you to throw it between Kobe's legs.
Evans captured the break. And the rebound, Joe Johnson tapped it around with Lamar for a while. Josh Smith, that time inside the three-point line. So it's down to 19. That's why I say, how do they close it out today? Leave some doubt. Early entry for Pau Gasol with the left hand. Reward the big guy. That's only his 9th shot of the game and his 5th make.
Yeah, but he's got the numbers working for him. 12 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. Wow. Pretty nice work.
AC Long with step back action.
Lamar finally got another rebound.
Lamar on the run. Ariza finally gets a piece of it. And a foul from behind on Zaza Pachulia.
That was some catch.
Lamar, was that a cut fastball he threw?
Well, Lamar was a quarterback, so that was a deep down and out.
A rope.
He fired that one, and Trevor, with the nice hands, was able to corral it and somehow find himself at the free throw line. So, nice play, as Lamar says. Catch this bullet. A little bit of a ricochet, but maintains possession. Gets fouled. Shoots 2.
Bench story in the first half for the Lakers. And a big one at that. You got 3 guys on your bench with 6 apiece. Another, as Josh Powell had a deuce, and there's one of the 3 who had 6. Sasha Vujacic checking in for Kobe, and hopefully that's the last we see of Kobe tonight in 29 minutes of play. I only say that because of what we've talked about earlier. First of a back-to-back.
Well, don't worry about it. You'll see Kobe again in the 4th. Kobe says, I'm not sitting over here for a whole quarter, and it's not happening. I need to get my rhythm working.
Adam Morrison, as you see, 3rd player selected in the draft by Charlotte 3 years ago in uniform tonight. And so is Shannon Brown for the first time as a Laker. It'll be a defensive 3 on the Lakers with a free throw coming up.
Caught Powell on that one. A lot of times, and I've said it many times before, if you're on that weak side like that and you want to be in the help, look down. See where your dogs are. If your dogs are in the painted area, back them out.
Puppies, dogs.
No, the puppies are the ones with,
the guards.
About a 12, 13 foot, you know what I'm saying? But when you wear a size 16, 17, 18, you got some bona fide dogs.
Pau Gasol with his triple-double. First as a Laker, 3rd of his career. Over to the bench with 49.8 left in the third. Mo Evans
couldn't get the ball in. Had to call a timeout.
So the frustration continues for the Hawks. And what a third for the Lakers.
Well, let's see if they can do more of this in the fourth when it really counts.
And let's also, and we've mentioned this real early in the broadcast, the Hawks are missing their best bench player. And our best, Flip Murray, a family emergency, back in Philadelphia. So he is not with the team for the start of this 5-game road trip. And hopefully he's going to be able to join them once again. They play in Sacramento tomorrow night. That's the only back-to-back they have at the 5-game road trip. But he's coming off a 23-point game right before the break, their last game.
Flip has always been a scorer. That's the one thing that Flip can do. And tonight, they could have used all the scoring they could get. 60 with 33 seconds to go here in the third after putting up 22 in the first, 8-9 minutes of the first.
That's where Farmar not capitalizing at the free throw line, but it's batted back out. Ariza got Pachulia out of position. And on the loose ball,
Trevor is everywhere.
And the Lakers should hang on to it, and they will slow it down. So set up for the final shot of a very productive third. And Phil wanted him to give the ball to Jordan right away. Phil got a seat for that one.
Boy, you rarely see Phil get up that way.
And he gives it right back to Sasha. It won't get close. Chris Min at the buzzer, basically, with a half a second. What a pass. 85-60. So that'll do it for a third that was totally dominated by the Lakers. And that almost went down for Josh Smith.
Well, the Lakers have 12 more minutes to see what they can do about hanging on to a big lead. Big leads in the NBA, they normally aren't good because you give them up in a hurry. But we'll find out if the bench can hold on for their 43rd win of the year. Climb the Laker ladder as Magic is up there, and he's all by himself. Kobe's in second, so he might catch Kobe if he plays another 20 years, but that's a tough task when you're talking about triple-doubles with this team.
The Lakers had 40 points in the third. So that is a season high for a third 12 minutes of play to hold on Lamar Odom. 11:48 to play in regulation. Lamar right now, the only starter on the floor for the Lakers. And when you look at the minutes for the starters, Lamar's got 30. Pau Gasol 31. Kobe 29. Fish 26. Luke Walton 23. So that's the ultimate if you don't have to go back there. AC Law denied. Blocked by Chris Mims.
Yeah, back when Chris, before the injuries, Chris used to do that with regularity.
And right on the floor, lost the handle. But it's kept alive, gets it right back. This time it works. Lamar went right to him again. I like it. And a good smile for Chris.
Chris went up, ball slipped out of his hands, but Lamar says, I'll give you a second opportunity.
Lamar Odom, 18 boards, 15 points. Picks up his 5th assist. AC Law on the run. Shot clock coming down. Josh Smith going up. Dan Sasha just took it away. Pachulia forgot about him from behind.
That's what happens when you have bigs out there dribbling when they're not supposed to.
Trevor Ariza. Lakers with 15 on the shot clock. So Lamar going up and not going there close. Chris Mihm right back at it. He'll follow it again. As it's batted out and picked up by Marvin Williams. So the Lakers still by 25 at 87-62. In Oakland tomorrow night for the Warriors with Monte Ellis. That's a challenge.
I'm saying that Warrior team is, when they've gotten healthier, a healthy Warrior team can be a dangerous Warrior team.
Well, they've won 3 in a row going into the break. They're now 19-35. And why do we go up there? And every time I think I hear, you remember that old "Here Comes Lucky," like the Greyhound races? That's what they do. Pachulia gets a second try. With 2 minutes gone by in the fourth, AC Law. Now, Lamar, he said he'd get 20, didn't he? He's got 19.
That's 19.
Crowd kind of waiting to explode once again. Sasha on the curl and the fall away. Grazed the wrist. Pachulia had something to do with that. Law's got Pachulia for a half hour. And finally got it to him.
Well, in that case, though, he gave it to him at the right time. If you don't have to, don't give the ball to a big until he's ready to catch it and score, not have to catch it and put it on the floor.
Smith up against Pachulia. And Pachulia with the hold. So the Lakers on their way to 43-10, 25-4 at home. Lateral games left 17. They start tomorrow night, and then right after the Lakers come home for the Hornets on Friday, hit the road again for 2. Unfortunately, not a back-to-back this time. It'll be Minnesota on Sunday, Oklahoma City for the Lakers on Tuesday. Now the shot clock down. Farmar. Boy, his jumper really looks good tonight.
Well, the one thing about Jordan's jump shot is it's just that. It's a jump shot. He utilizes his legs. He elevates on the shot. A lot of players these days, they just jump about 3-4 inches off the floor.
Jordan's got 8 points, 4 of 7. Lamar. Chris Mihm instead. It would have been number 20 for Lamar. Sasha leaving it off for Jordan Farmar. And on the trail, Josh Smith poked it away from Lamar Odom, who had some visions of greatness.
8:44 left. Lakers looking for their 43rd. Can they hold on? I think they can tonight. I'm going to go out on the limb early. What about
so?
you?
Okay. Everybody loved it. Kobe, everybody on the bench. So our buddy Scott Sabella, the president and CEO of the Mirage, he's not going to mind writing a check for that young man for $165,000 as we head down to Patrick O'Neal. Patrick?
You know, it was the biggest ovation of the night by far. You know, this has been going on for 3 years by Mirage, the big shot jackpot at the end of the third quarter. Nobody has ever made it before. It increases. Tonight, Robert Ward from Orange County, graduate of Santa Margarita High School, $165,000, Richard. Congratulations. When did you know the shot was going in? Did you have any idea you had a shot at it?
About 10 seconds after it. I didn't think I was going in. I got lucky. I don't know.
What are you feeling right now?
It hasn't set in. I don't know.
So after you make it, what is your reaction? You're looking around, the crowd's going crazy. It's pretty incredible. That's a lot of money also.
Yeah. I'm absolutely shocked. Absolutely shocked. I don't even know right now.
Now, I was just talking to you a second ago. You played 1 year of basketball in high school. You're a student at USC. As a senior, as a mechanical engineering major. Perhaps that helped in the trajectory.
Yeah, I may have did some mathematical skills on that. I don't know. Probably not. I think it was just luck, but...
All right, well, here's the question. What do you think you're going to buy with this money? You need a car?
I need to pay for my college tuition.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's going to take care of that right away, maybe.
Hopefully.
Hey, congratulations. That's unbelievable. I know Kobe Bryant, everybody on the Laker bench was excited, and Sasha came over and gave him a hug. There's Robert Ward, $165,000 richer, guys.
All right, Patrick, we like his priorities already. Right away, first thing, college tuition.
Well, he knows where his bills lie. And when you're talking about a young man looking to further his education, yeah, tuition is a wise choice.
First thing on his mind. First thing out. It wasn't a car.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't say go buy some bling. Or
you said it. I like it. We're both not like. We like this guy already. Now, shot clock down. Solomon Jones short.
Lamar's 20.
Lamar's got 20. You can take him out now. 20 points, 15 boards.
22 is his career high, so you might as well let him get it. He's coming out.
Yeah, he waved over the bench with a big smile. Josh Powell checking in Lamar for 2. They put their arm up, but his foot was on the line.
See, shot quick so that he can go down the other end and possibly get his 23rd.
Jordan Farmar takes it away. Evans. Did he call the timeout?
Well, yes. One of his teammates did. I think the AC Law did. That's a wise play. So the Hawks will have it when we come back. 7:16 to go in the fourth. Only 14 on the shot clock. I say only. That's a lifetime in the NBA. But the Lakers up big, and everybody's still buzzing over the half-court shot that Mr. Ward made. Straight, a little long, but that's why the glass is there.
In double figures like Trevor Ariza now. And the bench, you can't say enough about what they did. The Spartan Lakers, when they were down 24-15, the bench came in. Final 3 in the first 3-4 of the second quarter. Final 3 of the first 12. They took over. There was a surge. Chris Mihm, they called the foul. This is in a move. Pachulia was making the move. 25-point lead for the Lakers. Now, you were just talking about Lamar. How about the combined numbers of Lamar and Pau Gasol tonight? They only took 21 shots between the twosome. 12 of 21, as Morrison is making his Laker debut. 33 rebounds combined and 15 assists by the big guys.
Yeah, the front court did their job tonight, obviously. Those two in particular.
Mo Evans on the run out with Pachulia. And the boards. Season high in offensive rebounds for the Lakers. They've got 25 tonight. Adam Morrison, they want him to shoot right away, of course. Let the guy get his feet.
Really?
Let him get comfortable. The triangle.
He's thinking about the offense is what he's thinking about.
Yeah, he's going to try to please the crowd.
They're pulling for him too, boy. It's amazing how quickly Laker fans get behind their team and new players. That's what you love to see.
Passion. And Mario West has just checked in as well. Second year out of Georgia Tech in the backcourt for the Hawks. Chris Mihm. Break is there, although it was late. West picks it up. Mo fouled by Morrison. Man, a couple of free throws coming up. So get out of here healthy. 5:37 to play. And it's official. When they're taping the ice on the knees, it's definitely official.
When the ice goes, you can just about unlace the shoes and get ready for the shower. As Luis Evans gets fouled and earns himself 2 free throws. So you see ice on the knees of Kobe, Fish, and now they're strapping him on the leg of Pau Gasol. I don't think we're going to see those young men anymore this evening as Shannon Brown about ready to make his Laker debut.
He'll take over for Jordan Farmer, the former Spartan out of Michigan State. And this young man was ecstatic when he arrived. He couldn't wait to put on the Lakers uniform.
Jordan goes out. In only 16 minutes, Jordan had 10 points and 6 rebounds. And in his spare time, 2 dimes. So Jordan was one of the catalysts off the bench here.
Hornets barely got by the Thunder. Spurs losing in overtime by 5. And that wasn't the game from the very beginning, unfortunately, for Mike Dunleavy and the Clippers. Zach Randolph got injured, we're told. We'll pick up on that later.
You know, Shannon Brown making his debut as Morrison comes in as the reputation of being a shooter. Shannon Brown is a tough defender.
Shannon Brown coming up with Adam Morrison. And going to the free throw line as he's hit by Mario West. So a couple of free throws for Adam Morrison to get on the board for the first time as a Laker. He said he felt a trade was coming, but he was shocked when it was the Lakers.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to be shocked when you get traded from a team that's sub-5 to a team that's one of the favorites to win it all. So, yeah, that's one of those pleasant surprises, though.
His first point as a member of the Lakers. Hopefully many more to follow. He's under contract next year. Andrew Bynum working his way back. Prospects, very bright, especially at Drew. He'll be back in early April. Sasha to Chris Mihm. Josh Powell. And he walked with the basketball. Do like that move, and it's not a big deal, but Sasha a couple of years ago would have taken the shot early in the shot clock. Instead, look to get in.
It's called maturity. I mean, Sasha's, he's young as well, so he's matured. He understands that, he's going to get certain shots. Reward the big. That time they switched, so Josh Powell had a little guy on him, and Sasha tried to give him a reward.
To Julian. And Adam Morrison, his first board as a Laker. Lakers on the chart. Shannon Brown. Pretty strong. Josh Powell cleaning it up, and that's what they've done all night. The Lakers have 26 offensive rebounds, the season best. They have just crushed them on the glass tonight. On the boards, it is 63-36. Can't remember seeing that kind of domination on the glass.
Yeah, that's a whooping. That's an old-fashioned thrashing on the backboards. Then I look up at the scoreboard, and this is semi-old-fashioned thrashing on the scoreboard. So, there are nights like this. The Lakers are very fortunate to be on the top end of it. There are nights when the Lakers have come out and got their tails whooped.
AC Law gets the first of 2. After his fouled by Shannon Brown. So it's just 1. And they know that. 31-22 after tonight.
Yeah, for a team that only won 37
Right, they're only 6
total
away.
last year. And then they utilized that 7-game series with the Celtics to really get the confidence that they needed, and also to sell the city on their basketball team, because attendance has picked up.
Oh boy. Hopefully Mario West is okay, because he slept.
And when you slip like that, sometimes it's an ankle, it can be a groin. And he hit a wet spot because his feet definitely went out from under him, but he seems to be okay as he gets up off the floor, steps on the foot of Sasha.
That's it.
Yeah, that'll do it. Fortunately, though, he didn't roll the ankle. Normally, you roll the ankle on that kind of a play. So nice to see he's able to get up and go to the charity stripe to shoot two.
Well, tomorrow night, the Hawks can get even on the road trip. They're in Sacramento. Then that's it for back-to-backs on this 5-game journey. Friday at Portland. Then they've got a day off. Utah comes up next. Another day off matchup with Denver. And you were talking about the improvement and feeding off what they did against Boston last year. And the way it can build your confidence, they've already matched their road total last year in wins. They've got 12 road wins coming into the game tonight.
Well, confidence is the name of the game. You've got to believe. And I think after the 7-game series with the Celtics, they just started to believe that they could, play the team.
12 counts, foul on the floor. Solomon Jones picking it up. Man, is he long. 6'10", but it's the length of his arms.
There's going to be more free throws. Oh. Didn't you tell them a little while ago that I had to wash the car?
You got a train to catch.
Well, I mean, we got to catch that plane, but before we get on the plane, I got to wash the car.
94-71. Lakers by 23. And then we talked about the glass, talked about the defense. 36% for the Atlanta Hawks. And a team that has been sound this year offensively, averaging right at 99 a contest, middle of the pack in the NBA, 15.
Josh, well, I guess if you're going to get a technical, the best time to get it is when you're either up 25 or down 25, because it has no outcome on the game. It's just in your pocketbook. Hope you got your money's worth, Josh. A lot of times players, they get that tee and they're so mad they say, I really didn't get my money's worth, so they get that next one just so they can.
Guys on the bench are getting a kick out of it right now. 94-72. Smiles over there with Kobe and Lamar.
Kobe scores 10 points in 4 out of 12 in 29 minutes, but yet the team is up 94-73.
First real pressure. Shannon Brown leaves it off. Adam Morrison wide open.
Oh, that was straight, too.
Yeah, it was right on line, but a little bit short. His shot has looked good for the most part in practice. Allen Iverson will tell you it's just practice. Loose ball foul. Solomon Jones goes the other way. 3:35 left in the contest, and it has been over since the first 3 or 4 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, Lakers came out and really took care of business in that second half, the beginning of the third quarter. That's what put the Hawks completely back on their heels, and the doubt was there, and from there, Lakers cruised.
Josh Powell got away. He beat him to the spot as he was tracked by Solomon Jones. So more points for the bench. Already a couple in double figures. Trevor Reese and Jordan Farmar had 10 apiece.
That was just lazy footwork by Solomon Jones.
Sasha got in there to break it up. On the run, leads it off with Smith. And out of bounds. They say it's last cut by Josh Powell.
Very nice play by Sasha. He faked the long court pass, then got down the court and made a play that really Chris is mad at himself for not converting that easy pass.
Randolph Morris just checking in. Spent his last couple of years with the New York Knicks. Third season out of Kentucky. The timeout, one's final timeout coming up. And Sasha took it away. Sasha making the most of the opportunities tonight. Shannon Brown lost. He has beaten Law on the handoff.
Very nice play that time. He just lost control of the ball. He was turning the corner before he secured the ball.
It's here. No longer Tyson Chandler. He's with the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Right back here on Fox Sports West, and then on the road Sunday. Early start at home on KCAL 9 at 4 o'clock.
What a play by Jordan Farmar. Created a turnover on the inbounds play for the Hawks, so all of a sudden the Lakers get possession again.
Running for Shannon Brown and a moving pick on Chris Mill. That would have been the bucket for Brown. His first as a Laker.
It's one thing what you tell the screeners is, look, you just set the screen. Put the onus on the guy coming off the screen to run his man off of you so that I don't have to move. If you don't run your man off of me, that's your fault. I'm going to set a screen, but you make sure you run your man off of me, and I won't get these moving screens.
You know, I saw some entertaining questions today watching the Alex Rodriguez press conference, but our statistician Dave Davis may have had the best question of the day. While we were in that last time out, he wondered if anybody in Atlanta, and right now it's 12:45, local time in Atlanta, is anybody in Atlanta still watching?
Not even the relatives.
AC Law gets to the cup, 96-75. The Lakers have 27 offensive rebounds. Team record in a non-overtime game is 30. And that's kind of a statement. They made them. They controlled the glass from the very beginning. Fell asleep there. Brown gives it up. And down up there. Took it away from West and met him at the top. And the crowd
on their
really
feet
liked it. His teammates liked it too.
I told you that's a defensive guy. I mean, he is athletic as can be. Turnover, and all of a sudden Shannon says, whoa! He used to do that all the time at Michigan State. The crowd just oohing and awing about that defensive play. Wow. That was a wow. Watch your head, Shannon. Up, and away.
And he wasn't using anybody's shoulder like we saw over the weekend of the slam dunk contest.
He's not 5'9" either.
He got up there. Right back to the guy that missed it. And to the free throw line goes Mario West once again. Give him credit for his activity off the miss. So a 20-point Laker lead. It's Josh Powell with the foul.
Crowd still buzzing on that play by Shannon Brown. What's left of the crowd, I should say. Because if you were standing by the doors just a few minutes ago, you didn't move aside, you got run over.
And you know what was a lock of the night going into the fourth, and we haven't talked about it? A lock of the night. Jack in the Box tacos. They didn't have to champ, they didn't have to wish, hope, pray. It was a given early tonight.
Yeah, you're right. There's still a minute and 45 to play, so give the crowd a little. What's left, Bill? They'll start thinking about those tacos in a minute.
Chopped away by West on the handoff. That's one thing that the coaching staff is going to be able to use. You want easy, but as it slammed home by Sullivan Jones, but he had 19 turnovers. So, good win for the Lakers, but a sloppy one to a certain extent. Granted, the second unit's out there. Got a little ragged down the stretch.
Well, what do you hear now, Joel? Listen.
They're looking for it.
Listen. They're chanting their tacos.
20 turnovers on the walk by Josh Powell. And this is the guy that's going to be needed for the Lakers over the last 29.
There have been more traveling calls in the NBA after 50 games or so this season than there has been in the past 2-3 years combined. Which is a good thing, don't get me wrong.
Without a doubt, and it's been a point of emphasis. If you don't put it down and you take a step, it's going to be called.
Now, if they just clean up the dribbling.
Thomas Gardner out of Mizzou in his second year. A little bit off as Farmar. Got it to Powell, but it was hot. Another turnover. Final minute. Everybody get out of here healthy, please.
No foul.
The block by Chris Mill. Shannon Brown coming up. On the trail, he's got Farmar. Mim on the side and out of bounds. It'll belong to the Lakers.
Chris asking for the foul. The official says, Chris, I want to go home.
You said you sent West to the line a couple of times.
Look at the scoreboard.
Shannon Brown with his man out of position to fall away. And another offensive rebound for the Lakers. This time, it'll be free throws. Solomon Jones with the foul. Chris Mihm going to the line.
Chris has been working and working, and he finally gets rewarded with a couple of free throws.
A couple of things as we wrap things up and get ready for the postgame show.
No free throws.
Common foul. They said it was on the floor. Well, 67 rebounds for the Lakers. That's impressive. I don't care who you play. Thrown away. Randolph Morris gets the turnover. 67-39. West. Get it across the line. Nope, they can't even do that. West back to the free throw line. He tried to give it to Farmar, but Jordan wasn't ready for it, and it was thrown on his shoulder anyway.
As long as there is time on the clock, you have to play hard. You have to be focused, regardless of the score, because the coaching staff is sitting over there. You know, you may not think that it means much because the score is what it is, but they're keeping track of all of this. And if you want playing time in the future, take care of the present.
So that's why I brought up the turnovers, which are all of a sudden all the way up to 23 for the Lakers compared to 15 for the Hawks. So it really did get ragged down the stretch, giving the ball away.
Now all they have to do is inbound it and have it.
That was the plan with 22 seconds left when they tried it the last time.
Don't you dare foul.
Adam Morrison will bring it back out, and that'll do it. And the Lakers will win it by 13. Crowd wanted him. He's on the board. And Brown will get another opportunity, too. So that'll do it. First one after the